Welcome back to Game 2 of Episode 1, Battle for Supremacy, Aniketos versus Bioterra. As we saw in the first match, Bioterra sort of went down in flames here to the dual Razorback strategy of Aniketos. Do we really think Aniketos is going to change at this point?
Well, I mean, the Razorbacks were so dominant, you got to expect he's going to try to field those again. I don't know why you would...
change a winning strategy like that.
Exactly. We really need to see faster anti-vehicle from Bioterra if we're going to get a counter on that.
See, the thing is, though, I mean, Bioterra, he knows what he's facing now, so you would think he changes up what he does to counter that better. You know, sort of
what can he
metagame
change exactly? Like, what do you think he should be doing?
Well, I mean, he can get that Banshee squad I was talking about earlier.
Right, absolutely.
He can focus earlier. Well, he focused earlier on the power farm pretty well, and he didn't gain too much traction there. But, you know, at least some sort of soft counter to vehicles before a Falcon makes it out onto the field. I don't know, maybe getting a Brightlansk before the Falcon or something like that. But, I mean, now that he knows what to expect, I mean, he's not going to be spending a bunch of energy and stuff on Warlock upgrades that he never used, you know?
One thing I'm going to be looking for from Aniketos is a little bit better use of the Devastator Bolter if he's going to try to go that route again. He tried to go with the Power Harass, but didn't quite get it off. Had that Power Harass been successful, that would have further set back the Falcons. So believe it or not, the Razorbacks would have been even more effective.
All right. So let's get this show on the road, I think.
I'm ready.
All right. I'm paused the 5-second mark. You are too. So let's get going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Unpause. So really, I'm hoping to... I'd expect one Guardian and then a Banshee squad after he upgrades the power node and slams down one power generator here from Bioterra.
It looks like Aniketos' start is good, just based on his rally point set that he's going to go for the fast scout once again.
Yep.
Yep, absolutely. Scouts are out again. So I would expect to see more of the same from Aniketos at this point.
And apparently I'm completely wrong, as Bioterra looks like he's just going to do the exact same thing he did last time. Not exactly sure why. Didn't exactly work for him, but apparently he thinks something's going to go differently.
One of the things that won the game for Aniketos was that Power Fist. What can Bioterra do to sort of nullify its...
I mean, that's just better micro right there. You can't let vehicles get close with the Force Commander when he's got that, because, I mean, once he hits you with that flesh over steel, I think the ability is, or something along those lines, I mean, you're stuck there, and you're just going to get chewed up by ASMs with Melt-A-Bombs, or the FC is going to kill you, or the missile attacks are going to kill you. I mean, you just got to kite that Force Commander as much as you could, and Bioterra, he really didn't do a good job doing that the first time.
Of course, if he does start doing a better job with that, the Force Commander can always upgrade the Teleporter. So
yeah.
That's a tough counter to the good micro. Aniketos doing a good job here. He brought out his Devastator Bolter to contest the central victory point, and then immediately began to move them. Against a fast-moving army like the Eldar, you got to keep moving around, but unfortunately he moved it right into another Guardian squad. Does a good job of avoiding the grenades.
But he's got a lot of backup here, so that Guardian squad's going to run the hell away.
Which is what you need when you use, fixed emplacements.
Yeah.
Because Eldar can get around those things pretty easily, so you got to be able to force them off. Also, once again, we've got pretty much identical power output. However, we've got two Guardian squads converging on Aniketos' power farm.
That's not good. 2 grenades are going to start instantly taking out these generators. And that is not something that happened the first game. The first game, Aniketos was able to respond very quickly to this and prevent from losing.
The Devastator Bolter is able to move the close Guardian squad, but not push it off completely. Meanwhile, the second Guardian squad is still firing completely uncontested.
Yeah, this is going to be bad, especially if he's going still for the Razorbacks. He's going to need that power to tech.
Absolutely. I mean, he might be able to squeak out that first Razorback still with the trickled power, but the second Razorback, which was completely backbreaking for Bioterra, probably is not going to come out as soon, or perhaps not at all.
And, I mean, even with the Razorbacks, he still needs either like attack squad with a missile or that power gauntlet for the Force Commander again, and that's more power.
Just based on Aniketos' recent power spending, he dropped from 40 power to 0. I'm going to assume that he's training a Razorback right now.
Well, he's down to only one generator, so that's going to stall him quite a bit.
He's rebuilding his power generator, so he's going to be broke for the foreseeable future. So basically, Bioterra elected to ignore the northern VPs, take a hit in victory points early to try to slow down the Razorback output.
Yeah, and
let's see if it works for him.
I'm pretty sure. I think it will here. I mean,
does he have anything to counter that first Razorback, though?
Well, he's already at Tier 2. He's already at 60 power. He's got more than 400 requisition, so we're going to be seeing a Falcon here about the same, like in, I'd say, a minute or so. Less, maybe.
Rebuilding those generators is going to cost Aniketos the ability to get that first tack squad with the missiles. He's not going to have that out nearly as quickly in response to the Falcon.
Yeah.
So that's going to hurt him.
Looks like he's trying to slow down the Eldar power farm here, something he wasn't able to do the first game either. Though this Razorback is doing the exact same thing, just punishing all the Guardians out here. Making them run for their lives.
Devastator setting up on the generators. There is a Bright Lance weapon team coming out of the Eldar's base right now.
So actually, I was somewhat right. We did get some earlier AT before the Falcon. And speaking of the Falcon, we just dropped a lot of power on something, so we're either getting one or we're going to Tier 3. I'm going to go with getting a Falcon.
Aniketos just now getting his third generator back up, so
he's hurt.
That crippling is it's going to be felt for a while here. The Force Commander is still unupgraded, in trouble health-wise here. Let's see if he gets out alive here.
He's down to 166. He's 25. Oh!
Yep, drops him. That one last melee hit got him.
Ooh,
Razorback driving right into the Bright Lance, trying to get around it.
Gets around it, but this Falcon comes out right at the exact moment that it needs to.
He predicted that timing. That's rough for him. Yeah, that Razorback is not going to make it out of here.
No, there it goes.
It's down.
Was there a scout squad in there? I think there was. I see bodies.
He only has one scout squad. You are correct. But he just got out another Razorback. Wow.
That's not going to help him at all.
There. This game is going drastically different than the first game, largely due to Bioterra making the appropriate changes.
Yeah.
With the effective power harass and an earlier AT staple to get that Razorback down while his Falcon was still coming out of the pipe.
Yeah. I mean, Aniketos, he was just out of position early on to stop the power harass. I mean, he sort of got lucky the first game. He was right next to it. It's right outside his base. He was able to stop it pretty easily. But this has just not gone well for him at all.
He went with the Devastator Plasma Cannon squad yet again. And it looks like Bioterra is walking right into it.
Well, all he needs is Warp Throw. I mean, that's useless.
Plus, there's still no attack squads out there because, I mean, Aniketos was crippled by the fact that he had to rebuild his power, and he still elected to get a second Razorback. So that attack squad isn't even close to coming out either. So we're not going to see any missiles. So if I were Bioterra, recognizing that, get another Falcon.
Yeah, I think we're either doing that right now or we're going to Tier 3. I think we're actually going to Tier 3. Because you
also a good choice.
Well, you really want that shield. That shield is just so awesome.
Yeah, the Falcon with and without the shield is like night and day in terms of survivability. The Force Commander doesn't look like he has any upgrades yet again, so that's about as late as I've ever seen a Force Commander go without any upgrades whatsoever here at 7.5 minutes into the game almost.
Yeah, that lack of power is just killing Aniketos.
He spent everything he had remaining on the two Razorbacks, and he's already lost one to show for it. So.
Well, he forced off that Bright Lance cannon, but no, you got to keep the Falcon moving. I mean, oh, there goes the Warlock.
He's got the shields up on that Falcon, but he is in range of that Devastator Plasma squad. But like you say, if he keeps that moving, the Devastator shots won't even hit it.
Yeah, I mean, he can just... I mean, he's almost out of the arc of fire right now. If he just sits a little closer towards the Razorback, Oh, well, that Force Commander does now have a Power Fist, so he's got to run.
All 3 VPs right now in Bioterra's favor, so Aniketos has quite a mountain to climb at this point.
Why are you driving it into the...
He's got an easy approach angle if he just goes closer to the Razorback, like you said.
I mean, you can either get out of its arc of fire, or you can just, keep moving and it won't be able to hit it, but
It's gonna live because the shields are just that durable, but,
Well, I mean, it's almost dead.
it took more damage than it needed to.
It's down to a quarter health. I mean, he drove it up there, and then he sat still and let the Devastator squad get a free shot off. And looks like we actually do have a D-cannon out right now, sort of hiding behind this. I don't know what the hell these things are. They look like...
Some sort of container for something.
Yeah.
Minecart trailer. That's what I'm gonna say it is.
I think...
Yeah, so that D-cannon setting up there, sort of taking a page out of Aniketos' book from page 1, trying to lock down that one portion of the map.
Yeah. Oh, there's the Force Commander sitting in the Razorback. Gets out just in time, because the Razorback's dead now.
Never seen a hero drop inside of a transport vehicle. That'd be a nightmare for sure. The Force Commander, without the teleporter, is forced to chase down the Falcon. He's got a burst of speed, but he's got a lot of shields to overcome.
Yeah, and I don't know why Bioterra is not just constantly kiting it. I mean, he keeps stopping there and letting the Force Commander get some free shots off.
One additional note there is if he kites properly, Aniketos will actually suffer knockback from his own plasma cannon squad. As he backs up the Falcon and the Force Commander chases the Falcon, he'll get shot. That happens frequently. You got to watch out for friendly fire when you deal with high-powered.
It just got disabled in range of the plasma squad.
Yeah, it's not looking good for that Falcon.
Yeah, there it is. I don't think it matters.
It's not going to be enough to swing this game back in Aniketos' favor, however.
No. I mean, he's already down to 100 VPs. Third one is going to be capped again by Bioterra very shortly here, so.
He just now gets his first tac squad out. A Space Marine player doesn't get a tac squad until after the 10.5-minute mark. That's a new one.
Yeah.
Gets a grenade in that building.
Oh!
Did the Devastators get out? Nope.
No, there he goes!
Nope, they did. That seems impossible. Rambo over there in that building.
Yeah. I actually find nowadays that I end up throwing the grenade in the entrance of the building more than in the building itself. Because most people...
Just the sight of the grenade forces the player out?
Well, no, because everyone assumes you're going to throw the nade in the building to try and kill the unit, so they do the ungarrison and then regarrison trick. So it gets out of the building, nade goes off, and gets back in. But if you throw it right at the entrance, it usually times it so that the unit comes out all on top of each other right as the nade goes off and kills everything.
It looks like while we weren't paying attention, the Bright Lance was actually deciding not to be idle and instead taking out Aniketos' power farm.
Yeah.
So cutting the legs out from under him for this endgame stretch here.
I mean, we're down to less than 25 victory points right now, so...
But things like maintaining the power harass, that's how you cement victories.
Yeah.
You don't want to let something get away from you, and preventing a late game predator, that kind of thing, by destroying the power. I mean, power harassment isn't something you should just be doing in Tier 1 to prevent Tier 2. You can keep that up the entire game.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, once the Razorback is handled, what else is the Bright Lance Cannon doing?
Not a hell of a lot.
So that was good thinking.
And it looks like we've got middle VP going back into Bioterra's hands, so we're going to regain the drain here.
Force Commander in tough shape there.
He's bugging out.
I don't know if it's just blind pride or what, but Aniketos doesn't seem to like the bubble.
No. And really, you'd think at this point in the game where he's at, he'd start using it, but maybe in game number 3.
Yeah. He'll be looking for something to give him that edge.
Because this just did not work for him at all.
So I'd say that we can really pinpoint the difference maker in this game to power harassment.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, that's what set back the Razorback. Also,
the War
the
Gear.
stable AC of the of the Bright Lines coming out early.
Yep. And there's 0 VPs.
So basically, Aniketos tried to play with the same hand as he did in the first game, and Bioterra knew what cards he had.
Yep. And interestingly enough, Bioterra didn't change anything at all either. Well, except for that Brightlands cannon, but definitely a good comeback, I think.
Absolutely, and this is what we like to see.
Yes.
Going to game 3, tied 1-1.
So, on to the tiebreaker, I guess.
Absolutely.